Hi guys, my name's Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. So today I'm going to talk about a movie called We Go On, and this is requested, first it was requested by Diva Ducks, but a lot of you guys have asked me to watch this, but thank you Diva Ducks for giving me the extra push. I was looking to watch this film anyway, but you telling me that you're interested in my opinion kind of like sparked me to finally get around to it. This film is crazy. Absolutely crazy, and I know I say this a lot. A lot of people probably feel like I over-exaggerate a lot, but I like to call it passion. This film is about a guy who is willing to pay $30,000 to somebody who can prove to him that there is life after death, or we go on in some way. It is very interesting the path it takes from there. I would like to know a question to you guys. Is there a film like this? Because I felt like there was no film like this, and that's just the first half. So the film is centered around this guy and his mother. Pretty much they go through all of this evidence that people keep sending in, and they decide what is worthy to look further into and what isn't. They come down to three possibilities that seem like they're probably not bullshit. They're not big bullshit artists. But yeah, so they go through them, and it's kind of about what he finds. But then more stuff happens. Stuff that I can't tell you. I'm so sad because I don't want to give away anything on this film because it's definitely like a jaw-dropping moment, and I promise you, you will not figure it out. This film is done in such a special way. It has got a really nice budget. You can tell the cinematography is done really, really well. It's really nice. But what I really liked about it was the actors were so, I hate saying this too, like average looking. They weren't like overindulgent. It wasn't like a sappy Hollywood movie. It was good. Very attractive actors and actresses. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying they looked like ordinary people, which I really, really appreciated. And the acting was great, I want to say, in the first half. Second half, the main guy is a little bit cringy. I would just like to say like a tad cheesy. The writing's a tad cheesy, which is the only thing that didn't push me through to give it a higher score than I have given it. But I did think that they did a really good job on casting. The funny thing about this is his mother is Annette O'Toole, who is actually from the original It movie, which I thought was quite interesting. Her character is really good. The one thing I really like about the setup, obviously the setup is so intriguing. He puts this ad in this paper for the $30,000, and I don't know, you're just waiting. You're like, I can't wait to see like the turnout of this. Like the setup was the best thing for me. I was like, I'm so into this movie, I'm sucked in. But what made it better was the characters kind of gave you a little bit at the start, but then their levels got kind of deeper, if that makes sense. They had layers to them. They were very complicated and complex characters, which you guys know I love, especially the mum. The mum was just amazing, and she held it all together and was so understanding of her son, and definitely made you think about what you would do if you were in that position. And I don't want you guys to feel like this film is unrealistic in any way. I mean, it is completely, but the $30,000, I was like, what the fuck? But they clear it up quite quickly. So any loose ends are kind of tied up a little bit. And I like that in the film, that it wasn't trying too hard to go too overboard with little details, because the overall story and message is so overpowering and so intense that they can't let you worry about those little like possible plot holes. So I would like to say that the first half of the film really did take me by surprise, and where it went from there, the pacing kind of changed a little bit. And I'm not saying it was wrong, it was just a lot to pull off. There's a lot of interesting concepts and ideas in this movie that you will not see anywhere else. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Have I completely overlooked a film? I'm sure this has been done before, but I promise the second half has not. And the way things transpire, but the pacing of it is a little bit odd, because although it's completely unpredictable, you can't see what's happening next. What I'm trying to say is sometimes you get comfort in the predictability of a film, so when they take that away, it does feel like the pacing's off a little bit, so just be wary of that. I think this film has done an amazing job of incorporating great actors, original storyline by far, and also the set dressing and locations and everything like that. It's very realistic to bring it together in this like indie but also quite well and quite polished film. It was amazing and it was very refreshing, and I really do urge you guys to see this film. I know I'm not giving away too much, but there's obvious reasons, because that would be not only spoiling a movie, but spoiling a movie that has such an original storyline and concept and ideas that I'm just taking so much away from you from doing that, so why would I? There's so many awesome messages in this film that really make you think, but the one thing that did let it down was almost like the cheesy writing, although it's a very challenging role for anyone to play that, so I have to give them the benefit of the doubt that it is very challenging, and the editing and all of that will contribute into that. But I would say that the acting by the main character towards the end was a little bit more cheesy than I would have liked, and the lines were not delivered in the right way, or I don't know, I just felt like something could have changed to kind of like pick it back up a little bit. It got like a little bit too meh for me. But I really, really enjoyed this film, and I think you guys should definitely check it out, especially if you're into all of this kind of like skeptic stuff, the life after death type situation. This film is a great idea, great concept, and I like how it went in with a skeptic type vibe. It's very different to your normal horror thriller. And for that, I'm gonna give it a personal score of 7 out of 10. And I'm gonna give it a scare score of 2 out of 10. And I'm gonna give it an originality score of 10 out of 10. I think this film is fucking amazing. And if you think you've heard of what I'm saying at the start about somebody looking for, life after death, just watch the film. If you watch it the whole way through, you'll know what I mean about the 10 out of 10. I really, really like this film, and I think you guys should definitely check it out. We Go On. Little bit of a gem, I would say. A little bit of a gem that wasn't as strongly advertised as other films this year, which I thought probably lowered my expectation, if anything. So if you were really looking forward to this film and knew about it for a while, I would really like to hear your thoughts after finally watching it. But also, if you've seen it anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Stay spooky. Bye.